I'm here with Ptah Myers, head coach of men's soccer. Coming off your first year as men's head coach, what were your impressions of the first season?
For the most part, that was a good season. We finished 12-5-3. We had goals to win the conference championship, goals to win the conference regular season. We fell, probably a game short from those two goals, and also goals to make the NCAA tournament. So we probably came away from all three of those goals. But for the most part, anytime you get double digits wins, you're pretty happy as a coach. Always we want to make sure that we strive for the best as a program. So I guess we were happy, but at the same time we knew we could do better.
With a 12-5-3 record last year, what do you expect from the team this season?
This season we're going to set the goals high. Really expecting to do well in the CACC. There's a lot of good teams coming back this year from the CACC, so we know that preseason is going to be key for us, making sure that we have a great preseason and let that be our base for the rest of the season. But our expectations are win the conference and hopefully get to the NCAA tournament.
Having graduated a handful of seniors, who are you expecting to step up and fill in the leadership roles this season?
We got a lot of guys back that did well last year. The good thing from last year, in terms of assists and goals and just contribution as a team defensively, a lot of guys stepped up and did well. So one of the things we're really counting on this year is for a lot of the guys to do well. Purnell is coming back this year. He had a good season last year. Sean Crossan will be back. He had a good season last year. Defensively, we only lost two of our starters. We got two guys that can actually fill in that are incoming freshmen. So really expecting good things from all over the field, from defense to midfielders to forwards, and also we're lucky enough to have one of our goalkeepers back also.
So who are your team captains this year?
Team captains this year are going to be Sean Crossan and Ryan Purnell. Most likely we'll name another captain after preseason's over, but for right now those two guys have taken a leadership role.
Ryan Purnell returns as a senior, having scored 22 points last season. Do you expect him to be the same offensive leader as he was last year?
We're hoping that he can do that and more. I think that it's going to be up to him, making sure that he comes into each game with the right game plan. I know a lot of teams are going to key in on him throughout the season, just because he did do well last year. So it's really going to be on him to make sure that we stick to the game plan as a team, and again, it's going to be up to the team to make sure that they fill in and make a contribution also.
What other returners will you be expecting to have an immediate impact this season?
Hopefully everyone that we lost 6 seniors like you said earlier. We're really hoping that Sean Crossan can come in and do well for us. We're really hoping that Jason Barber is able to come back off his knee injury. Alex Hessen is a keeper that filled in for him. We're really hoping that he comes back and does well for us also. Travis Lavin, our back, will be a starting center back for us. In terms of the midfield, we have Mark Bowman, who's an incoming freshman that did really well last year. I think he had around 6 goals and three assists. We also got Adam Miller. We actually take him out of the midfield role, and he's going to be stepping in a center back role for us. So we got a handful of guys that have come back and have experience. So we're really counting on those guys to do well.
In goal, who do you foresee being your starting keeper this year?
It's going to be a toss-up. We got 2 new keepers that came in. 2 new freshmen, so it's really up to them to make sure that they really challenge Alex and also Jason. Jason's coming off a knee injury, so we're not too sure if he's going to be ready to play for our first game. But Alex also, he had one of the best goal against averages in the CACC last year, so we're hoping that he does well for us also.
Do you have any new additions to your coaching staff?
We do have new additions. Sammy Castellanos unfortunately, he left us to go to USF. Now we brought in Will Thornton. He's going to be our first assistant coach. He went to UConn, won a national championship there, and also coached at Widener last year, so he's going to be joining the staff as our first assistant. Then we have a guy by the name of Anthony Mayer. He's going to be a volunteer assistant. He was an All-American at Mercyhurst and also played professionally for many years, and he's going to be joining the staff kind of as a second assistant this year, so it should be good.
Do you have any other important things you would like to mention as you begin this 2011 season?
No, we're excited. The preseason has been really good in terms of the energy level, and all the guys are really excited to get the season started, so hopefully we do well.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
All right, thank you.